Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we're going to inform you about a special, novel, heavily detailed research project that was conducted for Harvard University. And why are we going to talk about it? Because it has not only wide academic possibilities, but additionally, tremendous potential for corporate projects. RBDR is sponsored today and this week by Q-Oasis, a self-service marketing research solution for professionals. It happens to be the new and only platform that delivers industrial strength, easy to use, unrestricted survey building blocks and for free. And to boot, it is powered by the 22-year expertise of Socratic Technologies. Normally, the typical RBDR video, as many of you already know, likes to investigate new ways of conducting important research. We're usually not that interested in investigating new research projects, but there are exceptions, and today is one of those, both because of the client and because of the project that was done for it, on top of the new project possibilities that have been opened by the success of this original study. We spoke with Market Strategies Director of Research and Consulting, Jeff Vitale. His client was Harvard University, and the subject was the success of its alumni. That's a highly transferable research idea, one that other universities may feel they need to do for themselves, for their graduates, just to stay in the game with competing schools. But let's let Jeff explain that and a lot more. Jeff, where did this idea originate as far as you and Harvard?
Harvard invited us to participate in a proposal phase. They had the idea that they wanted to assess the impact of their alumni, and they were looking for novel ways of approaching the question.
Okay. And how many alumni were you able to communicate with and get to be involved?
We invited all living alumni for which we had contact information. It was well over 200,000. Ultimately, we were able to get completed responses for approximately 45,000 alumni.
Is that a pretty good return based on what you thought you were going to get?
It is, especially considering the degree to which these folks are very, very busy. The law school, the medical school, these are people who've had very active and busy lives.
I understand that LinkedIn, as part of this process, kind of simplified things and also probably helped the survey efficiency and how the survey was being perceived.
It did, and in fact, we developed a custom API to interface with LinkedIn with their permission, which allowed us for those members who had LinkedIn accounts to automatically upload their information in terms of their career path and their education.
What kind of metrics was Harvard most interested in finding out about?
In this portion of the study, what we're focusing on is entrepreneurism and basically the founding of organizations worldwide, both profit and not-for-profit, so that we can assess one measure of economic and social impact.
Mm-hmm. And can you detail some of those metrics that they were most interested in?
We're looking at annual revenues for financial services companies in particular. We're looking for assets under management, the number of employees that they are employing globally. In addition to those metrics, we're looking at board service. We're also looking at the number of volunteer hours in the areas that they volunteer their time.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what Harvard wants to use this information for?
And I think the most important reason Harvard wants this information is to kind of define what their alumni base really is. It has tremendous implications in terms of positioning Harvard, the sorts of students that it puts out to the world, and the impact that their students are having all over the world.
How long did this study take from start to finish?
In terms of the actual survey, it was approximately 20 minutes.
Okay, and how long did it take for you to create and then to complete?
The process of doing the research was well over a year.
Okay. Now that you've done this for Harvard, does it have applications with other universities in a less customized framework?
Absolutely. Now that we've got this under our belt and we have ways of refining it, it can be done much more easily. It's still a process that requires a great deal of rigor and does require time and resources, but it's something that we're hoping to roll out to a number of universities across the country.
Okay. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you what this cost Harvard.
I don't know that I can actually give you a number there, but this sort of study moving forward is certainly something, depending on the scope, that would would be in the $50,000 to $150,000 range.
Okay. And does it have applications outside of universities assessing their alumni?
Yes, I do. Interestingly, I think especially with the move in the world and the marketplace to consider companies and their social contribution, it would be interesting to assess the contribution of the employees of large organizations like Google or Amazon and so forth, socially and economically as well.
Yes, and I would think as time goes on, that would be interesting for them to keep track of.
Absolutely. And I think people are looking for companies to work for that give them an outlet for creativity and an outlet for making a difference in the world.
Jeff, have you ever done anything that was quite as unusual as this study sounds?
I don't know that I would call this unusual. I think it's more detail-oriented than unusual. It's a bit novel, but it's a straightforward, look at how you refine your targets in terms of what type of insight that you're trying to get, and then find the best route to achieving that.
That's your Research Business Daily Report. We've been sponsored by Q-Oasis, a self-service marketing research solution for professionals. It is the only platform that delivers industrial-strength, easy-to-use, unrestricted survey building blocks and for free. And it's powered by the 22-year industry expertise of Socratic Technologies. Q-Oasis also automatically optimizes for desktop, tablet, or mobile devices, and that's more and more important these days. It supports complex logic control, delivers seamless integration, and immediate access to dashboard quality results. You can even add gamified functionality, and you can implement drag and drop card sorts into Q-Oasis. And for users who need analytic components like segmentation, configurator analysis, Mac diff, or other advanced multivariate procedures, well, seasoned data scientists are available from Q-Oasis's parent company, Socratic Technologies. So check out the QOasis.com link that we've got. You see it on the screen to my right. We hope you have a great research day, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow.